servant who worked for Eugene Robert Otto's parents gave him a unique handcrafted doll in the early 1900s. Gene, as everyone nicknamed him, named the doll Robert and soon bonded with it. Eugene resided at the artist's house at 534 Eaton Street, erected between 1890 and 1898. Eugene received Robert the doll and formed a lifelong bond with him. Although he looked like a rag doll, Robert soon became entangled in odd and terrible incidents. Gene, then 10, woke up to discover Robert the doll at the end of his bed looking at him, signaling a strange event. His shouts for rescue and furniture overturning in his bedroom woke his mother moments later. Gene pleaded with his mother for aid. When she eventually opened the barred door, she discovered Gene curled up in fright on his bed, his room in ruins, and Robert the doll at the foot of the bed. Since it was simply a toy, nobody understands why or how it might wreck a child's bedroom or do anything. Strange events continued after that. Gene's parents regularly heard him upstairs talking to the doll and receiving a different reaction. They saw the doll talk and change expression. Robert was seen giggling and rushing up the stairs or peering out the upstairs window. Robert lived with Gene throughout his life and returned to their house with Anne when Gene's parents died. Gene gave the doll a room in the upper room with a street-facing window. Anne didn't know why, but she wanted Gene to lock the doll in the attic so Robert couldn't hurt her. Gene agreed, and Robert the doll was unhappy with his new digs. The home's guests heard footsteps in the attic, pacing, and demonic laughter. Neighborhood children said Robert watched them from the upper bedroom window, and the doll mocked them on their way to school. Gene ran to check, knowing he had locked Robert in the attic, and he couldn't be sitting by the upstairs bedroom window. When he opened the bedroom door, Robert was seated in the rocking rocker by the window, shocking him. Gene repeatedly locked Robert in the attic and found him sitting by the window in the same upper bedroom. When the new owner came into the Eaton Street home after Eugene Otto died in 1974, their 10-year-old daughter was thrilled to discover Robert the doll in the attic. When she said Robert was alive and the doll tried to harm her, her joy faded. She woke up crying in the middle of the night and informed her parents Robert had moved about the room. Many say Robert's depravity began with the servant who handed him to Eugene Otto, Gene's parents' servant. In revenge for her employer's mistreatment, this lady cursed the doll with voodoo and black magic. That may explain Robert the doll's numerous strange and terrifying encounters, but wouldn't the haunting cease when the owners died? Nobody knows for sure. However, Robert the doll continues to tease and terrify visitors, particularly museum visitors who try to snap pictures. Many have reported their cameras malfunctioning while trying to capture a photo of Robert, but working again after leaving the museum. Robert the doll terrorizes museum personnel and tourists despite being in a glass display. Visit East Martello Museum to meet Robert. Visitors may see Robert in his dedicated case inside the museum and take photos. Most who try fail. Whether nothing else, observe Robert closely to see whether he's grinning, shifting about in his case, or observing you.